Metal detection expert Gary Drayton and treasure hunter Lagena are investigating an area near the foundation of a house that once belonged to Samuel Ball. They have found an important discovery on Lot 25, near the foundation of the house, which is believed to be a pocket knife. The ends of the knife are copper, and it looks like a fine gentleman's pocket knife. The team is hoping to find something valuable, as Samuel Ball was a highly successful man. A patent plate possibly from an old rifle or musket is being investigated. Manufacturers placed engraved patent plates on their muskets during the 17th and 18th centuries to protect the ownership of any unique innovations, such as the firing mechanism or the weapon's design. A patent plate could help reveal when and where an artifact was made, and possibly identify who it once belonged to. The design and old-style lettering on the plate suggest that it might be period, possibly from the 1790 to 1830 Samuel Ball era. Lagena suggests starting with guns, probably British armaments, as it might speak to wealth. She views the little patent thing as another indication that Samuel Ball had a fair amount of wealth. The team plans to put the patent in the bag and move on to bigger and better things. On Lot 26, metal detection expert Gary Drayton and treasure hunter Michael John are investigating an area near the foundation that used to be owned by Samuel Ball. They are hoping to find more clues as to why the 19th century Oak Island landowner mysteriously became one of the wealthiest men in the province of Nova Scotia. They have cleared out the surface artifacts and brought a big mama jama, which is a bit of the bigger coil. The area is now cleared of trees, shrubs, and bulrushes, giving them an opportunity to run the GPX 5000 with a 32-inch coil and look for deep targets. Lagena is excited about the potential discovery and hopes to continue their investigation into the history of Samuel Ball and his estate. In this text, the author discusses their investigation into the life and work of Samuel Ball, a late 18th century landowner from Oak Island. They discover a small piece of iron, a baby ox shoe, and several other ox shoes in good condition. The author is excited to show these finds to Carmen Legg, who will provide a story behind them. Lagena, Lagena's son, arrives at the foundation of the late 18th century Oak Island landowner Samuel Ball, where archaeologists Laird Niven and Liz Michaels continue their meticulous investigation for clues that might help explain how Ball, a simple cabbage farmer and former American slave, mysteriously became a wealthy man by the early 19th century. They also find a piece of pottery and a coin with irregular edges, which they believe has a connection to the money pit. The author is impressed with the patience of the archaeologists who have been digging over there for quite some time. They are interested in what is going on in the Ball Foundation and plan to bag it and take it to the research center to see what they can find. Later that afternoon, Lagena and Laird Niven, along with Rick, David, and Gary Drayton, share their new discovery of an anchor on the northwest corner of the house. The anchor is a larger one in the middle, and there are 3 indents on the left side of the house. The author emphasizes the importance of understanding the connections between Samuel Ball and the money pit, as well as the importance of finding more evidence to support their hypothesis. The author also mentions the importance of sifting through the latest test bed that Laird has been doing to identify the anchor and its indents. The ongoing investigation into the life and work of Samuel Ball, the discovery of a small piece of iron, and the ongoing search for clues about his connection to the money pit. The authors hope to uncover more information about the history and significance of the Ball Foundation and its connections to the money pit. A series of interviews conducted by metal detection experts, including Lagena, Richard Lagena, and Charles Barkhouse, who are investigating the discovery of a British Navy jacket button on Oak Island. The button, which appears to be a Navy jacket button with anchors and a rope design around it, is believed to be from the 1804 to 1825 period. The conversation revolves around the connection between Samuel Ball, a British Navy officer who served during the Revolutionary War, and the mysterious wealth he possessed. The conversation also touches on the possibility of an officer's button, as officers typically had gilded buttons. The conversation then shifts to a large find linked to Ball, which includes 6 coins, a fancy button, and a rivet that could have been on the end of a pistol. The discovery suggests that this could be an encampment or camp, possibly related to the stories about stolen Spanish gold. Gary Drayton and Charles Barkhouse, along with another member of the team, have discovered a large haul of British coppers, including a head of King George II, dating back to the early 1700s. The script writing on the pistol's belt buckle could be the person's name who owned the pistol. The discovery has validated much that has been speculated about Ball and his connections to the discovery of the money pit and the search for treasure on Oak Island. They conclude by expressing interest in the possibility that something of enormous value was buried here centuries ago, possibly lying undiscovered and undisturbed several hundred feet deep underground. The gold is mentioned as a potential lead to the discovery of the gold. Throughout the conversation, the participants express their excitement at the prospect of finding the gold and the potential connection between Ball and the discovery of the money pit. They also express their frustration at the constant search for answers and the difficulty of finding answers in the face of the overwhelming amount of evidence and information available. Oak Island, a North American island, was closed by the U.S. after a team found a strange tunnel with gold inside the wood. The drill hit open air deep underground at the same spot. An old map said something was buried there. The Lagena brothers, who have turned treasure hunting into a full-time gig, were drilling again into a spot named DN 11.5 because it sat right in the middle of all the juicy rumors buried in the area. At the 90-foot mark, the drill hit through nothing like a hollow space large and unexplained. The hole was not gold, but rather a blueprint, like someone had dug something with a purpose. Oak Island has always been good at hiding man-made nightmares under its surface, and the alignment was around 94 feet deep. The government showed up without warning or explanation, ordering everything stops and not talking to the press. People were buzzing about what they found, and some speculated it might be a buried ship, a sealed room filled with something other than treasure documents, artifacts, or even something toxic. Oak Island has never liked being quiet, and the team will likely not stay quiet either. They know what they saw, and that the hole and space are real and have been down there ever since the shutdown. The hollow space on Oak Island has been the subject of numerous theories, with some suggesting it was part of a collapsed underground church built centuries ago, while others believe it held something radioactive. Despite the discovery of gold in the wood maps, there is no official statement from the government. Rick and Marty have been chasing shadows for over a decade, finding wood, metal, bone, and plaster, Spanish coins, stones, and old tools. However, none of these discoveries have stopped the digging, and the void remains a mystery. An old map surfaced a triangular structure buried beneath the DN alignment, suggesting that what's buried there might not be a treasure, but a device or monument. Engineers and physicists have been working quietly to analyze the data, and the countdown has already started. Tests on old wood revealed a faint trace of shiny gold, which was not a fluke, but raised alarms. The metal specialist went quiet, and the numbers were strange and unfamiliar. The tunnel location matched a structure underground, built straight lines, smooth curves, and intentional, making it seem like something had been put there for a reason. Oak Island, a mysterious island, was discovered by a team of researchers who discovered more than just gold. They discovered a sealed vault built under the island, which led to rumors of ancient technology, magnetic anomalies, and energy signatures. The team didn't make a scene, but the island continued to humming, with helicopters flying low trucks without plates. Some people believe the island may be protecting something that history forgot on purpose or buried. Upon checking the soil layers around the site, they found shifts, compressions, and pockets that didn't belong. The structure was part of a grid connected by old pathways, decayed wood, and strange rock. Tests showed traces of radioactive material, water, and strange properties. The team shut down Oak Island within weeks of each other, and the residents of nearby areas started receiving visits and offers to sell quiet pressure. The deeper story is that Oak Island is not just a place where curiosity is welcome, but a place where the crew knew this might happen. They always spoke about the risk of finding something real, something that demands silence.